nights. They're really fun. They can be kind of confusing. We're getting ready to go upstairs.
I'm going to go up to the attic, Gran.
And take care of
Be
what
careful
Grandma
of the
wants us
dust.
to take care of. But I believe there's a puzzle on the upstairs floor too. So let me go look at the wall.
These old picture frames have been up here for years.
One fun thing about Sierra games like these are just
That
clicking.
must have been the year Granddaddy caught Santa on the roof.
It's a lady's hat from the 1920s.
From
Oops.
It's a lady's hat from the 1920s.
Gran's Virginia Woolf period.
Gabriel has seen these ornaments every year at Christmas for as long as he can remember.
This one definitely holds well. It's slightly dated, definitely, because it came out in the 1993, I want to say. Yes, 1993. And I'm showing you it. Sins of the Father. And I got Chad a copy of this box. Inside the box has the Gabriel Knight book, and it has a game book, also like a precursor to another game, comic book in it, and it's definitely it definitely holds up over time. So let's continue on in the Granny's attic.
The brass bed frame is from God knows where.
Also, the narrator, Virginia Capers, is a very well-known voice actress.
The old velvet curtains hung in the parlor before Gran lightened up the place. That box of knickknacks has been up there for at least 5 years. The sheet-covered upholstered rocker used to be in Gabriel's nursery. Grandma's attic is a storehouse of forgotten treasures and useless junk.
She definitely has a very prolific voice.
The old trunk looked like it's gone to hell and back.
Okay, and finally,
An elaborate mechanical clock, probably of German origin, is among the discarded treasures of the attic.
okay,
It
so
doesn't
I
seem to be running at the moment.
want to do something with the clock. So I'm going to pick up the clock.
Gabriel doesn't want to take the clock.
Okay, then I want to open the trunk.
The lid is blocked by the clock.
I don't want to do anything with the clock. Operate the clock. One of these verbs will get this thing going. Okay, so we have the infamous clock problem. First thing first, look at the clock.
A ring of 6 symbols surround the face of the clock. A sword, a sun,
Oh,
an
I'm wondering
angel,
if we didn't
a noose, an eclipse, and
maybe read the book.
a dragon.
A book. What do you mean read the book? What do you mean?
The face of the clock.
Are we here too soon? We can
No,
leave.
I think we.
The face of...
Push it a little this way so you're not stretching your arm out to get to him. Here, lift up. Just move the keyboard and everything. We shoved it a little your way. We don't even need a keyboard right now. What book?
The Dragon Book.
We read the Dragon poem. Is there a different book?
I read it.
Nothing happens.
It says 3 dragons.
Yeah.
We read that.
What was that after we quit the game and started?
A ring
Oh,
of
let's
6
go back to
symbols
St. George's
surround the
bookstore.
face of the clock.
You're right.
A sword, a sun, an angel, a noose, an eclipse, and
He never played Sierra
a
games.
dragon.
I keep thinking maybe he just doesn't remember, but
The clock won't open that way.
You'll have to explain, my kid, if you did not have a PC or something like that. Okay, how about we go to St. George's bookstore, read the book.
Granddaddy, you old fox.
You got it. You knew that by knowing it? How did you know it?
The right dragon, 3 dragons.
Three
The
dragons.
photo, probably at least 50 years old, shows 2 young men standing with an older man outside a castle.
I wonder who they are.
It's an old letter on fancy paper.
Okay. In our inventory. Read. The book is the read.
The letter is written in German, but Gabriel determines what he can about it. It was sent from a place called Schloss Ritter in Rittersberg, West Germany. The letter is addressed to mein Sohn Heinz and signed Wilhelm Ritter.
Is that my brother?
One of the
My
reoccurring
son.
words strewn throughout the letter is the word Schattenjäger. The only thing that Gabriel can decipher about the letter is a sense of urgency in the handwriting and in the heavy use of quill-tipped bold strokes and underlining. The back of the photo has the following written on it. Schloss Ritter, 1925.
Okay.
The letter is addressed to Heinz Ritter, whoever that is. The old photographs show Gabriel's grandfather with 2 other men that Gabriel has not identified.
Okay. So, do we at least go and read that book to get the little points?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
I think that's supposed to help give a hint.
A hint what goes with the clock. Okay. But my problem is with this is what if you didn't know how to identify? I mean, what if you didn't know Draken? What if you didn't know?
Well, that's
if
why I
it-
say I think if we go
give the book to Grace.
go learn it and then ask Grandma about it or something.
Let's try that. Grandma.
Well, Gran,
All right.
All right, Lee. Take care of yourself. Be good.
You're just giving her a hug.
No, she does stand up. Go to the French Quarter. That's where Gabriel's nice thing is. Go to the French Quarter. Go to the St. George's bookstore. No, St. George's bookstore. She's on it. One with the soul. Okay. Go to the shelf.
phew, it's humid out there. Made it back, though.
Oh, joy.
Okay, and let's click on the shelf.
Gabriel said,
3 Drachen. Feurigen E.
Okay, now go right on out to Grandma
I'm going out.
Good luck.
to see if we, otherwise we'll miss these points. And then we'll see if we can ask Grandma about the dry talk.
It's my favorite.
Your only grandson, but nice try.
Not only that, you
Make
just saw her a
yourself-
second ago. Well, whatever it takes to get across town. 20 minutes. Alright, ask her question.
Can we talk?
Of course.
Schattenjäger is new.
Have you ever heard of a Schutten?
Schattenjäger? Schattenjäger. How odd, Gabriel. I haven't heard that word in years. My goodness, you've given me a chill. Your granddad used to say that sometimes in his sleep.
Really? Do you know what it means?
No, I'm afraid not. I asked him about it once. I don't think he answered me. Odd.
Thanks, Gran.
Okay, and do you see the Drei Drachen? So maybe you just need to know that so that. But if you.
Oh, wait.
Do you know anyone named
Okay, that
Heinz
maybe, yeah.
Ritter?
Heinz Ritter. Oh, Gabriel, where did you hear that name?
I found a letter in Granddaddy's clock.
I promised I'd never tell you or your father. But I suppose it doesn't matter now.
Tell me, Gran.
Tell me.
Your granddad's name was Heinz Ritter before he came to America. He changed it to Harrison Knight legally when he arrived.
Why did Granddad...
I don't know. I tried to ask him about his family, his life before America, but he didn't want to talk about it. He never even told me about his name change. I found out one day when I saw his passport in a drawer. Since he obviously found it painful, I never questioned him about it. But I'm sure it wasn't trouble with the law. Your granddad was the best man I ever knew.
Okay.
Didn't Granddad ever say anything about his past or his family?
Only that his family was crazy, and that he never wanted to see them again. He believed in some family curse, thought that he could spare Philip and Philip's children from what he called old nightmares.
But they still have.
Whatever Harrison wanted to spare you, though, it cost him plenty. He never did sleep well, and he would often get a far-away, guilty look in his eyes. He was wrestling with something he thought he should be doing, someplace he thought he ought to be.
He was supposed to
I
be
don't
the
know how he could think that
Schottenegger.
he should be anywhere but with me
But he
and our
left it for
child.
his brother or his
It's a
cousin
terrible
or
way to
something
live.
Take over. Some other relative.
Do you know anything else about Heinz Ritter?
I've told you all.
Okay, so now we've gone the full gamut.
Have you ever heard...
I don't.
Okay, let's.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
That one in the middle is your grandfather. Those other two, I don't know.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna click.
Okay, all right. Probably.
All right, I want to see if she knows.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
Okay, she doesn't know. I didn't even start doing that kind of thing of showing like evidence. Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no,
You
Gabriel.
want to do?
That other letter.
Okay. All right.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
No, dear. I'm afraid I don't speak a word of German.
Lying.
No PC as a kid. I was the only techie or gamer in the family, and you still are, right? As far as I know. Chad is making me a delicious Mother's Day dinner, and we are going to have a couple, my daughter and her friend, and so they're making a dinner. Anyway, so I don't think Rand has anything more to add or say, so we're gonna probably, there's nothing else in the attic besides the clock. I don't think that chest can be opened, but we can go up the steps and see real quick.
I'm going up the attic again.
Enjoy yourself, dear.
Okay. Hopefully we got all the points, because I forgot about the Drei Drachen book, and I did take off. I'm gonna see if I can now.
It looks pretty heavy.
You made French toast for everyone? Nice, nice. I was
Can you move
wondering if
anything
something about the...
The old trunk
Yes.
looked like it's gone to hell and back.
Or the clock was the big thing.
Yeah, and I said, here comes the clock puzzle,
Grand
and I got it working by clicking operate on it.
Can you open the chest?
No, I was trying. Okay. 3 dragons. My confusion is, what if you didn't know German?
I think there might be something. that
Where
gives a
would
hint.
you find the hint? As far as this chest,
The trunk doesn't operate.
Well, like I said,
The trunk doesn't operate. The lid is blocked by the clock.
Oh,
So-
move the move the clock off.
Move Gabriel.
There we go. Okay, now we can look inside the clock, inside the,
The
trunk.
trunk contains some old clothes, including a pair of leather shorts,
Leather
Aren't those
shorts.
called lederhosen?
Lederhosen.
serious hiking boots, more of Harrison Knight German book,
Just what I need.
Yay!
and a bundle of letters. Love letters between Harrison and Rebecca.
Is that grandma? Okay, okay. So take
Gran.
whatever we can.
I don't think there's anything in that trunk that would interest anybody but my gran.
Okay.
I don't think there's
okay,
anything in
so
that trunk
so
that would
we're gonna
interest
go
any.
downstairs now.
Wait,
And
it's where you could get the letter shorts.
The trunk doesn't.
you can't.
It looks pretty.
You can't even see what's inside the trunk. This is the best you can do to see it. I mean, you just what it contains. Did you automatically put it in our inventory? And that would be a no. So, because it's not here.
This is the first page.
Maybe just ask Grandma about it. All right, let's just go downstairs. So Mike Cade made French toast for everybody. Chad made me pancakes, sourdough pancakes, bacon, and over hard eggs. And that was his Happy Mother's Day breakfast for me. All right, let's talk to Grandma. See if maybe the letters or something are there.
That's it. Take a load off, hon.
Take a load
Can
off,
we talk,
honey.
Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
Doesn't really look like there's...
Tell me about yourself.
What more do you want to know, dear?
Just tell me anything at all.
I had your father
Okay.
when I...
That it's full circle.
Oh, nothing. Never
Maybe try
mind.
the exclamation point.
All right, dear.
Does something.
Nice weather.
Oh, Gabriel, please. It's been just awful. Muggiest summer of my life.
Done anything interesting lately?
I raised you.
Lately, Gran.
Oh, you know me, Gabriel. I always got my nose poked into something.
It must run in the family. Is there anything you need?
Me? Oh, no. I'm just fine, Gabriel. I have more than enough of everything.
What's new, Gran?
I've been working on baby sweaters for the church bazaar. Keeps me busy.
Okay.
Is there anything you need?
Me? Oh,
Okay, I think we're full circle even on that. All right, then it's probably time to click.
Okay, so did you go to the burger scene?
Well,
I
Gran,
have to go
I
back.
better get going.
All right,
I
dear.
need a book. I'm looking for something to. I'll show you. We're going to go to the crime scene.
You need to use the bathroom.
I did. I
Do
did.
that.
Okay, we're going to the crime scene. I pulled out the magnifying glass.
The lines in the sand are fairly large. Magnification wouldn't make them any clearer. Gabriel, the site is now. There seems to be a pattern to the lines in the sand,
Can't see
but
it.
if there is a pattern, it's smeared. There's only one small area that's clearly defined.
And I can't see it. I thought if I got like a book, I could actually like draw it.
Out damn the spot. Will these pristine banks ne'er be cleaned again?
What?
With a little bit of Shakespeare.
Out! The police have already taken samples of the blood. Mosley will be able to tell Gabriel if there's
I
anything
guess that's-
significant about it. Gabriel does not particularly want to mess with the bloody sand.
Yes. Yes, I have done that. I'll do it again. So really all you can see is that there's blood, and I tried to like use the tweezers to pick stuff up, and there wasn't anything there. And
It's extremely
that's,
big.
that's the only thing you see.
It's extreme.
Gabriel does not want to touch the blood.
The police have already taken samples of the blood. Mosley will be able to tell Gabriel if there's anything significant about it.
Okay, so what if we leave here and we go to the police?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else to do here.
Actually, check the banks. Maybe in that area.
Is that clay?
It's been like 20 years.
Yuck.
Like,
We picked up clay though.
This is the last
Okay.
page of inventory. Gabriel is carrying a lump of clay from the banks of Lake Pontchartrain.
okay, I think we need to use that as a whole.
Okay.
Like I said, it's been 20 years, so it's like all these like little bits and pieces, like this or that. Maybe that was the thing I was trying to do.
Okay, and we're just trying to get to day 2, right? I mean, literally, this
Well,
is the day 1.
Yeah, you done that. You talked to grandma. You found stuff at grandma's house.
Yeah, let's go
Um,
to the police station.
Got a second, officer? What can I do you for? I'm here to see Detective Mosley. He's in his office. Go on back.
Okay, awesome. That's all we need to do. One of these times, I think we have a problem, or
yeah, there was like a really kind of goofy thing of like,
where you can't get back there.
or there was something like you needed to copy something,
photocopying.
but you need to get a picture.
I think you're taking a picture of yourself and you're applying to Mosley's police badge or something
No,
like
I think you're
that.
thinking of number 3 now, where
Oh,
you take
okay.
Mosley's passport.
Oh, okay.
There's like one of these most ridiculous things, or you take some syrup, cat hair,
Yep.
apply, create a fake mustache.
Yes,
and
yes. Hi, Mosley.
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see.
Night, I had a feeling you'd show up.
Sit in the seat. Now, let's look at Mosley.
Mosley was one of those beefy guys in his youth. Now he's getting lumpy. The badge in his front coat pocket is set off particularly well by the gold polyester of his jacket. Mosley's desk has more groin on it than on his head. Mosley's desk has more groin.
So, how's it hanging, bud?
Lousy. I hate crime scenes. People are sick fucks. You know that, Knight?
I'm starting to get that impression.
A microwave. If Gabriel knows Mosley, is used exclusively for frozen corn dogs.
Some of the voice acting is just weird.
Jesus laughing.
Police department memos, and other didactic blurbs. Mosley's bookcase holds old magazines and binders. An intercom. How high-tech. Mosley. Art prints of the mall variety. Logs of unsolved cases, perhaps? Mosley must have 1 million of them. Logs of
Okay. Think
Mosley's
we are ready to investigate
Can I ask you about some
Ask,
stuff?
interrogate.
You're the writer.
Sorry,
Ask
interrogate
away.
Mosley. Let us ask him about himself.
Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Sure, why not?
Okay, what do you want to know?
How do you like working on police force?
How'd you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. In New Orleans, it's the best place in the world to be one.
And you got any hobbies?
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Jeez. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
What's your plans for the future?
What are your plans for the future?
Well, you know, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I don't see why I can't be the chief of police of New Orleans someday. I already know the mayor, and my record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of moments, mostly.
Yeah, you'll see.
See how he called him mostly? And how's your home life?
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny, Knight. Why don't you just bring in some frickin' salt? Well, you know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
Right. Sorry about that.
This is kind of insensitive. Alright, let's start with tell me anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? We used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Ms. McKelly? You'd act like you were gonna toss her an eraser or something. Then you'd throw it to me over her head. And we used to do it at your grand's, too. Like with the remote when she wanted to watch her soaps.
Yep. And it was a great way to pick up women in the library. Oh, those were the days.
Yeah. Tell me anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
You know, my doctor told me I've got a little family of ulcers starting. I wish this case would end so I could get some rest for a change.
Tell me anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
My back hurts.
Anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
For the book, I wanted to be an astronaut when I was young. Or a fireman.
Fascinating.
Tell me anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
I'm 6'2".
You are not.
Oh, come on. I'm close enough. Just write me up that way.
Oh, God.
Tell me anything.
Just tell me anything at all.
You know, I kind of like women with dark hair.
Yeah, I know. It's a regular thing with you.
Now that Grace.
You're on your own with that one, pal. I don't even want to know.
Anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play
Okay,
monkey
now
in
we're
the
full
middle?
circle.
We used to piss off our senior... You'd act... And we used to...
Yep.
Okay, so nothing.
Oh,
never
nothing. Never mind.
Mind. Okay, so...
It's your dime.
Okay, now let's ask about voodoo.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case. But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all faked. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts. It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
How about the voodoo murders?
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Do you know anything about the killers?
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scenes.
Footprints? Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be. But we'd have to have a suspect in custody first, and the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
How many murders have there been so far?
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the voodoo murders case. Now, the first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The M.O. was the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
Evidence have you found?
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur?
It's a leopardman from Quest for Glory 3. So you're trying to pin it on them again.
Describe the crime scene.
Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens. Also goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
Okay, what does the coroner say?
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death.
Okay.
The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
Any witnesses?
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see, and so nobody sees nothing.
Know anything about the victim?
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
I was wondering why he didn't ask, like, what they had. But, nothing. Never mind.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
I guess out of town.
Sure, no problem.
Have in common? New Orleans.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You and me grew up together. You tell me. It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see. You know, the quarter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but hell, I've never known anything else.
He'll lay down on the keyboard if he gets the chance.
Oh, yeah,
We have a visitor. Came to see us. There he is. Oliver. Okay, you know anything about Schottenjäger?
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No. Ha! Is that anything like a Chuck Yeager?
I don't think there's any relation.
All right, let's learn about Mosley.
Tell me about yourself.
What else do you want to know?
Tell me anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
You know, my doctor told me I've got a little
But
family of
we've got all
ulcers
this.
starting. I wish this case would end so I could get some rest for a change.
Nothing.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
Okay.
It's your dime.
Right. Tell us about the case status.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
It's going. Can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
Okay. How about coffee?
How about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So, I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now.
Okay, you have to look at the folder while he's gone, right? Okay. Be fast.
Don't touch anything while I'm
What are
gone.
you doing, buddy boy? Alright, hold on. Let's get that. Is it going to be touch or look?
Mosley's desk has more groin.
Oh, I thought he's back. Oh, we'll send him for coffee again. Alright, so we gotta use the hand, not the
Here,
eyes.
drink it.
Bedroom, my table. We
Thanks.
often get cats, and then during the day, the cat lays on top of my keyboard while I'm trying to work. He's very annoying. Okay, let's,
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
okay. I want him to tell us about the photographs.
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Got any more ideas for photos for the book?
A cop author photo might be nice.
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. I'll call the police photographer.
Okay. So he's gonna have the police. So we got a little ding, 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 but it's not working. Okay, well,
Franks, come here a minute, would you? And bring your camera.
yeah, it's just delayed. So we need the police photographer to come in here and take a picture of me and Mosley.
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
Sure, sweetheart.
Yeah, that goes over well. Call me sweetheart again.
Say, chintzy.
Jeez.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Hold on a second while I go check my hair. How about the one of me and to be evil or not to be
with
evil?
a little help from my friends like Mark Tuchman.
Hey, Mark Tuchman.
Hello, Mark Tuchman. Welcome to the stream. I'm so happy to see you, and I hope you have a great time.
That
Thank
is
you.
indeed the question. Now, what is the context in which you are asking to be evil? How about one of me and Officer Franks?
How about one of me and Officer Franks?
Gee, I don't know. Franks? Just kidding, Franks. You want to get me fired for sexual harassment?
Yeah,
Knight?
don't be doing that.
Well,
Knight.
Yeah, ha. Now, is there anything else, or can I let this lady go back to her desk?
Okay, now the thing is, did I get the photo? Because right now I can't get into my inventory in this particular scene.
Well, you have to like talk. See, that's the only thing you can do. Because did
Okay.
you grab something from him?
I've just been lurking and I'm debating whether to claim the next mail game. You know, I still have one that's waiting, but he hasn't come back. So, I mean, you could definitely jump the queue if you really want to claim it. Nope, that's about it for it. We'll do it
nope,
again.
that's about it.
Great. Thanks, Franks. Hey, I made a rhyme.
Thanks,
You're
Franks.
astonishing, mostly.
Hey, don't call me that in front of the lady, wise guy.
All right, so Franks takes off. We need him. We still are trying to get some information. So let's keep talking to Mosley. And yeah, I had someone buy me a game, and I haven't seen him in the channel since. So